Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. The Belize Agricultural Health Authority issued an advisory late yesterday evening about the detection of contraband Irish potato believed to have been brought in from Mexico. The contraband potato was found to be tainted with some kind of dye from an unknown source, turning them a pink or fuchsia color. Chief Agricultural Officer Roberto Harrison told us on Thursday night that the Belize Agricultural Health Authority, BAHA, had begun confiscating these potatoes countrywide. But on a visit to the Central Market on West Collet Canal in Belize City this morning, media houses, including the Belize Media Group, uncovered first-hand evidence that the tainted potatoes are still in supply among certain vendors, sitting alongside the regularly sold potatoes, and have yet to be confiscated by BAHA. At the wholesale section of the market near Cemetery Road, we spoke to a vendor who asked not to be identified. She described to us how BAHA inspectors visited the site on Thursday, but apparently did not look around thoroughly for evidence of the tainted potatoes. The tainted potatoes sell along with the local brown and rouge varieties for $95 per sack wholesale, $1.25 per pound retail. The vendor told us how they were supplied with the product.
Well, like 2 weeks ago, cause we get 2 weeks in our stretch. This week none more come.
And this is the week when they're supposed to come back?
Yeah, we're supposed to get this week, but we're not getting it.
So how you know that the Mexican potato?
Because they tell we that from Mexico, and the man where we buy from bring stuff from Mexico.
See that the person who usually selling the stuff from Mexico?
Yes.
Okay, you don't know the name of this individual?
No.
Okay. You as a market vendor could have seen the difference between the local red potatoes and these Mexican potatoes?
Yes, because we local potato peel, and they want them not peel. The redness of the potato, we local peel. They want them not peel.
They're also generally smaller, aren't they?
Well, not really, because the big ones come too.
Did you ask him this? Why is it that these potatoes he's selling you is more not peeling?
No, we never asked that. We tell her the potato pretty though. And a lot of people may like the potato.
While taping in the Michael Finnegan Market further down on West Collet Canal, in the process of comparing a larger dyed potato with the local variety, as seen in this clip courtesy our colleagues at Creme TV, Special Constable intervened and demanded that we get permission from the market manager for the Belize City Council. After initially giving her permission, the manager reversed it and ordered us to cease and desist from taping, claiming her orders came from the mayor of Belize City, Darrell Bradley. BAHA authorities at their office in Belize City referred us to their colleagues at Central Farm for further information. We also sought comment from the Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, but the manager was not in office until Monday, and the person we spoke to denied that the corporation had anything to do with the importation of the potatoes. Meanwhile, on Thursday, the Chief Agricultural Officer, Roberto Harrison, told us that the contraband potato was discovered just as local producers started to put their product on the market.
Or the producers are currently harvesting potato, locally grown potatoes, so there's a distinct differentiation of the color of what is tinted pink and what is locally grown. We therefore are advising consumers not to purchase or to consume these tainted potatoes.
Any indication as to where these dyed potatoes came from?
We have no idea. We are still working on that to establish. We know that we had issued the last permits to import potatoes the 8th of January. That would have allowed for a 2 or 3 weeks window for that amount to be imported, so that it didn't clash with the locally produced potatoes which started to come in last week. So we're still working on fine-tuning at which importer or group of importers would have still imported potatoes of recent.
Could this have been just potatoes that have been in the warehouse and somebody, instead of losing all that money, decided to recoup some of what they would have lost?
I doubt it very much. Again, this seems to be an intent to have that potato appear to be a locally produced potato.
Aside from San Ignacio and Belize City, where it has been confirmed that the contraband potato was being sold, we have been reliably informed that the tainted potato has also been found in the southern part of the country. So it would appear that the distribution system for the contraband potato has been efficient in getting the product to the market. Harrison says once they know who is responsible for putting the contraband potato on the market, there may be legal ramifications that they will have to face.
We are also looking at the legal aspects of it. Obviously, food safety violations have happened, public health violation might have happened as well. So we're looking at all angles to look at the legal aspects of it.
Could this have been the work of one importer, or could people be collaborating on this?
Could be one. I don't think there's a collaboration in this.
In a statement issued on Thursday, the Ministry of Agriculture said that Baja is conducting analysis of the product and investigating the possible source of the product to guide further action. The advisory issued yesterday asked consumers not to purchase or consume these tainted potatoes. A man died this morning in Spanish Lookout when he was crushed by some heavy steel plates. The incident happened just after 10 o'clock this morning at Midwest Steel, situated just off the center road in Spanish Lookout. The proprietors of the establishment declined our request to take video or photographs in the compound where the incident happened, so our video was taken from the roadside. But we also managed to get some still photos from the scene, taken moments after the tragic event. Deputy Officer Commanding San Ignacio Police Inspector Raimundo Reyes gave us the details of what happened this morning.
It was Friday the 6th of February 2015, about 10 a.m. Information was received of a fatality at Midwest, the company located in Spanish Lookout community. As a result, police visited the area where, on arrival, they saw the lifeless body of a Hispanic person lying in a preserved position. And one Henry Reimer, 64 years old, believed that this man reported at sometime around 9:35 a.m. he was driving a forklift loaded with 3 pieces of metal plate measuring 8 feet by 20 feet in the compound. And standing on top of the plate were 2 workers. At the time, they were attempting to place the set of plates on top of a trailer when unfortunately it dropped and causing Ramon Cruz to the cut off between the trailer and the plates that dropped on top of him.
What is the name of the man who was crushed by the falling slabs of metal?
The name of the gentleman is one Ramon Cruz, 38 years old, Belizean laborer of Agastine Village or in the West.
Now, was this a case of negligence, or what happened? Was it just an accident or negligence?
Well, at this time we are looking at cases in recording and then decide sending it to the office of the CPD for her to decide if any criminal charges is brought against the driver.
And the other person who was on top of the steel slabs, was that person hurt?
No, well, he managed to hold on to the forklift itself, and only Mr. Monku was the one who dropped, and the metal sheet dropped on top of him.
I understand that attempts were made at the scene to try to revive him, but not successful.
The persons from both were called, and after he was, after the metal sheets were removed from on top of him, here was administered that was useless.
Late this evening, a post-mortem examination was being conducted at the San Ignacio Hospital morgue. The results of that post-mortem examination will further guide the police investigation in determining if any charges will be brought in connection with this fatality. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. Stay tuned for more of the day's stories right after these messages.
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs, because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom? It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
The Department of the Environment today issued a press release on reports of a fish kill in the Placencia Lagoon. The official release says that the department received the report of the fish kill on Wednesday, along with pictures showing dead fish and numerous birds in the area. According to DOE, an investigation was conducted and identified as a marshland area located northwest of the Placencia Lagoon as the location of the fish kill. At the site, DOE personnel report that they did not observe any evidence of the fish kill and conducted on-site water quality assessments, which determined that the water quality of the marshland was normal. The government statement said that for further investigations, DOE personnel collected water samples to conduct testing on the nutrients level of the marshland waters, for which higher levels could lower the amount of oxygen available to organisms, thus resulting in a possible fish kill. The release ends by saying that in the upcoming weeks, the DOE will continue to monitor activities in the northwest area of the Placencia Lagoon and also conduct further water quality assessment to determine any environmental change that could likely result in another fish kill. 34 trainees from the Belmopan area today graduated from a program sponsored by the Belize Trade and Investment Development Service, Beltrade. With a report from Belmopan, here is Gwen Nunez Gonzalez.
34 proud and energetic young leaders received their job readiness certificates today, February 6th, at the George Price Center in Belmopan, after completing 3 weeks of training in soft and technical skills. This initiative was coordinated by Belize Training and Employment Center, BTEC, which is a unit of Beltrade. Two of the program's objectives are to reduce the barriers to gainful employment and to assist employers in meeting their present and future workforce needs. One aspect of the training is an interview session which was held earlier today. BTEC's manager, Ms. Christine Smith, applauded the young leaders for their commitment and dedication. She said that teamwork with a committed group of leaders, including Ms. Priscilla Salam from the Youth for the Future office in Belmopan, enabled the success of the program. Mayor Simeon Lopez also addressed the graduates and reminded them that the skills they have learned will enable them to make better decisions. He then encouraged the learners to practice good work ethics of punctuality, time management, cleanliness, health and wellness, and effective communication. He advised them that it is nice to be important, but it is more important to be nice. Ms. Anna Guy, Deputy Mayor of Belmopan and President of the Belmopan Active Youth, also addressed the young leaders. She said that the group will strive to ensure that the members are employed and get engaged in similar programs. Graduate Karima Denison delivered the closing remarks and reflected on their 3 weeks journey. Certificates were distributed by Mrs. Alison Brown Mackenzie, Acting Director, Department of Youth Services, and Ms. Vanessa Johnston, Training and Recruitment Officer at BTEC. Angelita Stain, Admin and Communication Officer at BTEC, directed the program. All the facilitators were recognized with a certificate of appreciation from the learners. For BMG News, I'm Gwen Nunez Gonzalez reporting from the Garden City, Belmopan.
The late Charles Woodai, Micah Thompson, and the late Shelton Pinky Tillett, all alleged associates of the George Street Gang, on Thursday won increased damages in the Court of Appeal for 11 months of false imprisonment on a murder charge after the appeal of the government was dismissed. President of the Court of Appeal Manuel Sosa and Justices Dennis Morrison and Samuel Awidge awarded $30,000 to the estates of Woodai and Tillett, and to Thompson, who is still alive, increased from $25,000 awarded at the Supreme Court, and also gave them costs for the appeal. The trio were among the 5 men accused of the murder of John Paul Saldivar, a tour guide of San Pedro, who was found partially nude and tortured in the Rocky Point area of Ambergris Key on January 30, 2009. Police believed at the time that the incident and the double murder reported later were drug-related, but the charges against Woodai, Thompson, Tillett, and the others were withdrawn on order of the Director of Public Prosecutions in January of 2010. They later filed suit. The case was argued before the then Supreme Court Justice Minette Hafiz Bertram, who ruled that the police department and the investigating officer, then ASP Dennis Arnold, commander of the San Pedro Formation, failed to establish reasonable suspicion for the detentions, arrest, and charge of the men. Police had detained all three on the Boca del Rio Bridge on the night of January 30th, 2009, after returning from Rocky Point. ASP Arnold claimed that he was suspicious of the presence of the three men, well known to police in Belize City, and decided to detain them as a result. But Justice Hafiz Bertram ruled that this was not sufficient. They were released 48 hours later, and Thompson was picked up again and questioned in Belize City a week later before the charges were laid. Thompson, Tillett, and Woodeye had sued for $200,000 in general damages and special damages for recovery of attorney's fees and loss of earnings for Woodeye, a records clerk with a government department at the time of his arrest. The government parties, represented by Deputy Solicitor General Nigel Hawke and Crown Counsel Ileana Swift, repeated their argument from the lower court that damages should have been limited to the 1 hour each man spent in detention in 2009 before being remanded. But the judge ruled that the claim, based on the award to Police Constable Gilbert Hyde, who was accused and later cleared of conspiracy to commit murder, was distinguishable from that case and better decided on its own merits. She awarded $25,000 to each claimant in general damages, attorney's costs of $5,000 split three ways for the retention of Karim Musa, and $5,000 separately to Tillett for the retention of Ellis Arnold Senior Counsel. Woodeye was awarded $8,459 in lost wages, and all three won costs. Attorney for the trio, Agnes Segura Gillett, said they appealed the portion of the judgment related to general damages on the ground that the amount was too low compared to similar cases in the Caribbean. It was not fair of the judge, she said, to suggest that her clients suffered any less than Constable Wade, that should be Constable Hyde, who was only detained for 18 days. The men claimed that they had been incarcerated in the Supermax section of the Hattieville prison and denied certain privileges. Woodeye was killed in August of 2011 while the Supreme Court's judgment was still pending. He was shot by an assailant in the Dolphin Street Fire Station while playing dominoes. Shelton Tillett and a female friend, Camille Andrews, were gunned down at a gas station in April of 2012. The government can appeal to the Caribbean Court of Justice, but according to Segura Gillett, her clients are reasonably satisfied and wish to move on with their lives, adding that the case sets a precedent to punish police officers who sloppily investigate major cases and lay charges without proof. The news on the National Channel.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook Tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs, because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom? It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
Somebody say, live the life. Live the life. Somebody say, live the life. Somebody say, live the life. Live the life. Live the life.
To end the news, a reminder of the main points again. The saga of the tainted Irish potato continues as Baja continues to investigate the origin of the contraband product. And a man was crushed to death today in Spanish Lookout. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Our news lines remain open at all times, and you can visit our website for continuing coverage of the latest news from around the country. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a safe and an enjoyable weekend. Good night.